go. All right, this is the TSM Week 2, Day 2 EchoFox versus TSM match. I'm joined today by Fnatic substitute top laner Bwipo.
Hey, hey.
Yep. All right, so
Uh-uh.
they're starting it off. Callista, Tom Kench being banned away by EchoFox, Shen banned away by TSM.
I actually like the Shen man, right? Like, Fox will obviously play around the Huni. The
Lucian.
Huni. Play around Huni.
Lucian.
Ah.
Uh,
Oh, the red side Lucian ban, huh?
uh, all right. Well,
I like the Gallia. Like, I like both sides are obviously trying to take each other's strengths away, right? Like, Fox is trying to take away the Galio so that TSM can't play around bot lane as much as they'd like. Same for Tom Kench, Mithy, really good Tom Kench player. Sven's a
Kog'Maw,
good Callista player.
Kog'Maw banned. Zoe gets through, right?
Mhm.
And then TSM goes with Ezreal.
Like Ezreal Azir is possible. Then again, a lot of people don't like the Azir Zoe matchup. I think that's Zoe favored, but I personally don't mind it. Malzahar,
Mal's,
however,
he's not terrible. You know,
he's good
Mal's
into
is
Zoe
good.
for sure.
Kassadin's good too.
Yeah,
So, I mean, you don't need to pick the mid right here though.
hmm.
You can pick it next.
The Gangplank gets slammed. Because that's what I don't get, is right? Is you ban Lucian and then you don't take the Gangplank when they give it to you, right? Like you can just
Well,
pick
they're gonna pick
Gangplank
Gnar
instead of
now, right? I
Malzahar.
mean, that has to be the thought process. You gotta bait him into the Gangplank pick. Blue side Gangplank so that you can pick a red side Gnar. That way you can jump into a Zoe, and they can
Sure,
turtle the
but
blue side jungle. I don't know how many times we said that tonight in the VOD reviews. Right? Turtle the
no,
blue side jungle, plant Gangplank in bottom lane. He's gonna be unmovable. And then they just scale. And eventually Zoe hits 6 items, and then you're playing dodgeball.
yep. Well, we don't give a fuck about top line in this case. All right, we just go Ezreal Braum.
Yep. There's Braum.
Ban it. All right, pinch the support pool a little more.
They take away
Kha'Zix
card.
gets taken
Yeah.
out.
Now
Kha'Zix.
Kha'Zix is
It's actually
in
pretty
this
scary.
spot with two
Yeah, yeah,
squishies
yeah.
mid top. Like it's one of the thin spots. I still think he's terrible, just in general, but it's a pretty thin
It's a
spot.
sweet spot for him
Yeah.
actually. Like he wouldn't mind being on red side in this case.
Right.
I'll admit that. So Evelyn Sejuani bans get traded. Not sure what the Evelyn priority is. People just probably don't enjoy playing against it.
The Evelyn thing doesn't it really just doesn't even make a lot of sense. Like you can just play around that and itemize around that so easily. Like Zoe does magic, Gangplank ult magic, Tristana if she gets Shiv, magic. And then, alright, so they ban away Evelyn, Sejuani gets banned away, and then they take J4. I think that's fine, right? Zach comes up with
Okay.
Alistar,
Bounce house.
and then they
Vladimir
take
gets
Vlad.
locked in. Well, it makes sense they had priority on Jarvan if they wanted to go with the
So,
Vlad.
I mean, here's the thing for me, right? Is when you do this. He gets to go MR. She gets to go Maul of Malmortius now. He gets to go Maul of
Well,
Malmortius, right? Like Gangplank now just gets to go Maul of Malmortius for free. There's just itemization issues are gonna come right out of the gate now. Like
the thing is,
you're stunting Mals. You're like hitting each other. These are two periodic magic
yeah,
damage dealers that are gonna get gutted in the mid game. So now you're all in on Mike Young. And now is he gonna go glass cannon in this spot? No. There's no way he's going
yeah,
glass cannon Jarvan. So
I
now
would.
you're all in on Sven.
Yeah,
So like you're taking away from Vladimir's own spike. You're hitting himself. You're slowing down Bjergsen. And then you're decentivizing the ability to just have an insurance policy by letting Mal's continue to ramp up because he doesn't slow down. So they have 3 champs that don't slow down, and then TSM has basically 1 champ now that doesn't slow down. TSM is just dead after like 4 items. And how often do you get to say that with like a Mal's? Not like that's not a very common saying.
yeah, especially because Mercurial's gonna come out too like Zoe's gonna go QSS for sure. Same with Tristana, right? QSS is gonna
Yeah.
come out, which
Scimitar Maw
punches
on
Vlad in the
Trist.
gut. Yeah,
Right. Scimitar Maw on Trist.
yeah, it's gonna be a blower. But fine, they want the Vlad into the Gangplank matchup. I do think it's favorable. I think it's a 50-50. I personally think Gangplank in general is just...
Like here's
He's
the
all about the
thing.
level 2 keg.
The more that I
Go
see
on.
the drafts in NA and EU, the more I just think that they draft for what they want to do.
Yes.
And like very, very little, they're like, oh, well, that's good for them. Let's get this that's slightly good against it. It's like they draft with one direction in mind without realizing that the draft can reach a stage where you no longer need to win anymore. You just need to prevent your opponent from winning. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
No, I get it. I get it.
like at this point in the game, EchoFox doesn't need to do anything. Like if the game goes 40 minutes, TSM lose. 35 minutes, TSM lose. What do you do against a Zoe Ezreal Braum or a Zoe Zoe Tristana Alistar sitting in the blue side jungle, right? Same thing that we talked about so many fucking times in VODs, right? Pink
Yep.
ward, pink ward, pink ward, pink ward, double blue, Gangplank sits top, or no, I'm sorry, Gangplank sits bottom, Zoe sits top, or Altec sits top.
Yep.
They can't do
That's a rough
anything.
game.
You're never getting a flank off on Vladimir. You're never penetrating this side of the area. You are heavily reliant on RNG Drakes. You need to RNG like Misfits versus SKT at Worlds. You need to just keep getting Infernal Drakes, you know, so that the games can look close, right? That is exactly what they need. They've stunted Vladimir by having another periodic mid AP when the periodic mid AP is innately forcing out magic resistance. So now you've stunted his own damage. You've stunted a little bit of Ezreal because he deals some magic damage. You've stunted Malzahar. Now he can't just get to 3 items, right? Or if he does get to 3 items, he's taking away from his utility because now he has to go Void Staff 3rd item.
Yep.
So like normally, if it was just Malz by himself and the top laner was different, he might actually just be able to go Morello, Rylai's, Leandri's because they're not going to have MR. So he's going to be really close to true damage. Like, they just stunted themselves so many times.
That's why I would have liked seeing the Gnar. Like there, you should go for Gnar.
Yeah.
If you don't take Gangplank away, you go for Gnar.
Gangplank would be beautiful on TSM's comp.
Yeah, no,
Gangplank
no,
would've
that's
been
what
so
I'm saying.
good.
Like you go Ezreal Gangplank. Like enemy showed mid, you're gonna get the Malzahar.
Camille would be fine here.
Sure.
Like, you know,
Actually.
if you could have, if like you go into drafts with the intent. Hold on. Let's go back. Camille's not banned.
Yep, you can go Camille
You
here
can
for
just
sure.
go Camille. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what we call this? America.
Murica.
America.
America?
Hold on. Let's look at this. Here we go. Here comes the lad.
I like the aggressive stance from Gangplank here.
I like how Haunster moves back into the brush, so if Gangplank stays in the brush and gets parlay again, he can run the gambit of running against another Klepto proc. That's the icing on the cake here. Let's just, let me go up to that brush again so he can chase me, hit me with the Klepto, and maybe RNG a sack of gold. That's what I want to do.
A sly sack of gold. Oh my. Apparently this week there was this Gangplank that got 5 by minute 3. Really no idea what game that was. Someone in Twitch chat can help out. I want to watch that. That's really insane. Anyway, he does buff to buff. I like this into the Jarvan. Buff to buff, cover your weak spot. Now doing the double, doing this, they just any good Jarvan player would level 2 blue buff against. The thing is, you had information that he started red, right? So the only thing Zach can do is full clear his bot side to evade Jarvan's pressure.
Right.
Because Jarvan would invade, ward the wolves, start your blue. If you do wolves, he can either opt into cancelling his blue buff start and fighting you at wolves, stopping you from doing it. Because Zoe's not going to come and kill you, Gangplank's not going to come and kill you. Or he could just steal your blue, and then after you do wolves, depending on your CS, you're still going to be level 2. Or you're going to hit level 3 and then Jarvan fucked up. But based on your CS, he'll either take your blue for free, or he'll stop you from doing anything for the next minute.
Yeah.
Because he'll just fight you, kill you. So I really don't like the full clear Jarvan here. Maybe he expected...
Oh God. Go. Maybe he expected what?
I think he expected Zach to mirror the pathing, right? To do red into Raptors, into Krogs, into reset.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing Zach can do to punish the Jarvan play here. Because once Zach committed to starting red, and you know when you have the information of him doing that, he cannot hit level 3 without conceding something on his top side to Jarvan.
Well,
that's my problem with this pathing.
I mean, the thing here for me, right, is depending on, like, so sometimes a lot of people talk about lanes as 1v1s, right? We know lane is not a 1v1. Haunter could intentionally approach level 1 with the intention of having Mike do a 3-camp into top to prank top.
Sure.
Then he can power farm his own jungle. And then if he does that, he returns to top lane when Haunter's about to be 6.
Yep.
And then there's the all-in dive. And now you're directly going against Dardoch's opening. The only thing I like here, kind of, is if he does this opening, right, he can now return to the top lane around when Huni would be teleporting back. And he has all the rubber banded camps. But that's the only upside. But otherwise, the opening route doesn't make any sense.
I agree. Just the problem I have with this is that he's doing neither. Like, he has 0 early game pressure on the Jarvan into the Zac. He has 0. He's not going to level 3 top. He's not going to invade Zac. Zac's going to hit level 4, and he's not going to have suffered any losses. In fact, he's going to be ahead of Jarvan, because Jarvan's path is inefficient compared to the Zac.
Yeah, it's inefficient now.
Yeah, it's really bad, I think. Like, this is really sucks for Jarvan. Like, he doesn't want to be in this position. He wants to be the one making Zac bleed, not letting him free farm like this. Because Zac's just going to finish off his clear, go back, pick up a Bammies, pick up a pink, set up his gangplank, because he's naturally going to be pathing to top. For the wolves, clear out the wolves, clear out the Grom, set up the wards for gangplank, and be there for that teleport to cover him and make sure that his Sheen transitions properly into another reset.
So, like, the other thing here, right, is now Huni is shutting down. Everyone knows now where Mike Young is for the next 3 minutes.
Yep.
He's done for 3 minutes. So, like, now all Dardoch has to do is recall, right? He didn't even need to come into his red. Or, like, he doesn't need to come back into his right-hand side.
Yep.
He can recall, path to his right-hand side, get the Scuttle Crab, fall back, right? Have a control ward or something. And then all you need to do is litter the river with wards. And the game ends.
Yep. Exactly. And that's why I just hate this Jarvan pathing.
All
like,
tech even has spellbook. Yeah, go.
Like, the Jarvan pathing just locked himself out of the game for the next... Like, he's locked himself out of doing anything in the game until minute 5. Because by minute 5, he'll have finished his Raptor clear again, and then he'll be able to do something. So we're forcing bot for some reason to Zac, which I don't understand. Regardless,
Listen, they got sums. Okay.
There it is. So he goes for the vision option, which is actually better than Bami's. I'm a solo queue player, my bad. The vision option is clearly the superior one here. So he just gets his vision. He's going to walk into the top side jungle. Don't gank mid. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. He's going to do it. Alright, go to flash.
They end up getting it, right? But this is mostly... It's erroneous by Bjergsen doesn't need to step up this far.
Nope.
He doesn't need to be here. He could be standing like around here.
Like the problem I have with that Zac gank is the only reason Bjergsen should be there is Jarvan's behind him. Which he was, but if Jarvan was a little closer, that would turn into a very sour 2v2 for you.
Well, Phoenix would just sleepy bubble trouble and then it ends. They don't have any damage.
Oh, sure. I suppose it would just be nothing. But...
Yeah, nothing ends up being achieved. So, like, if we run that scenario, like, let's give Mike Young right here, right? And then he EQs over and Bjergsen casts a spell, okay? Dardoch's going to go to this HP and Mike Young falls asleep.
Alright. Oh, no, that's a good point, actually.
Now everyone knows where Mike Young is again. Phoenix has initiative in mid. Dardoch's safe. Huni's has gotten to the recall. And now you can't do anything top because Jarvan's exposed. So, like, if this ends up happening, this is just erroneous, right? Like, as soon as Dardoch came mid, Bjergsen is mispositioning, so he capitalizes on it, but realistically, Dardoch should just be looking to get wards on the left-hand side to fade the first teleport. If he gets the first teleport, it's just over. Top lane just ends. So, like, Mike Young was on a timing, doesn't capitalize on it. Okay, great. Bjergsen shoved
like I said,
there.
Not doing anything until minute 5. So he gets spotted. Get some vision in. I like it.
The vision doesn't matter. Yeah, Zac's never ganking. He doesn't need to.
Yeah, it's just
like
I like that the Dardoch got the river.
Yeah.
Controls the river. Jarvan's gonna go Krugs. I would actually like Dardoch toward the river there because I think that. Well, first off, Huni's just trolling. Like, why is he not recalling?
I actually don't know. I really can't. Maybe because Dardoch is still in close proximity and he wants to be a little bit more greedy. Because look at how Haunter played the lane leading up to 5:30. Like this is what I mean by like if you're viewing this as like an analyst, right, or even a coach or something, you can't just look at this as like, oh, Mike Young has nothing to do. No, bullshit. There could have been more communication so that when Mike Young came to this side of the map, the lane was in a different state so that Mike Young could come top. That's the top laner's fault. That started at 3 minutes.
Yep.
But the problem is that as a spectator or as a regular fucking coach analyst that doesn't understand the limits of champions, the timings, the pathings, the movement speed, damage output, etc. So basically, you know, people that fill job titles, you end up in the situation and you're like, Mike Young can't do anything. And then you don't know where to go back to and look.
Yeah.
But it starts at 3 minutes. And it's a double fail. This isn't just Mike Young, this is Mike Young Hanser. And it's not to say that Huni doesn't have an option. Like, he does, but there's more going on at play here than just meets the eye. You know, it's not like, oh, Mike Young is not doing anything. How the fuck do you want him to? Demonetized. You know, like, all right, he's going to come up top here. Gangplank should already actually be recalled. And this is that time. This is also like one of those timings I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They go in.
You're dead with Ignite.
But this should never happen.
Nope. I'm really wondering what he was looking for in his back here. Like, just get a no magic plus like a no magic plus ruby crystal and just chill.
I don't know. I have no idea like what he wanted on his back.
He had so much gold. He had so much gold.
Yeah, he's being way too greedy.
Like, if he's being that greedy, like, just throw your GP ulti to reset that. Fair enough, you know, you want to be that greedy.
You don't need
commit to it and gangplank gold.
Right, you don't need it bottom lane. Bjergsen doesn't have teleport, and Altec has fucking spellbook. Sven's not doing anything. Mithy's not going to do anything.
You know, like, if you're going to be that greedy, commit to it and use the Cannon Barrage. I don't think being that greedy is correct, but sheesh.
Twitch chat saying that he should stopwatch in top. I don't think so.
I mean, Vlad will just stand next to him, wait, and then, you know.
Pool, yeah.
Yeah, like,
where are you going to stopwatch?
Right here, right here.
Yeah, where?
Alright, let's play it out. Let's play it out right there. This is the last tick, right? Here he would stopwatch. He has to.
And then Vlad just goes in and pulls. Kills him, and Vlad gets off right here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Twitch chat.
Let's waste our one-time use. Ah, it's fine. It's okay, guys. You got this. I mean, if Hunter misplays, he gets away with it, right? It's just, let's not assume that he does.
Right. We shouldn't make plays on the assumption that our opponents are going to make misplays, unless you have, like, a really hard read.
Yeah. Alright, Zoe went QSS. No opportunity for Javin to do anything this game, because that was the only place he could have done
Javin's out of the game now. TSM are so far behind right now. And like this is the interesting thing about the way that the meta is right now, and also just like because League has continuously gotten better over the years. If Fox just understood the game is actually over, like they can just play with intent. Now, but you know that they're playing with the intent of let me get my items, let's try to do something, right? Or like let me try to set something. You don't need to. That's not the objective anymore because your opponent's messed up draft so bad.
I really don't understand conceding topside when you have Gangplank here. Like, it feels so bad. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, you're fine. Why would you leave Gangplank on an island? I think if TSM made the call to do this, make this play, tier 1 drops. And bot lane is in a neutral state. Like, the wave is in the middle. I mean,
they know that Bjergsen's going over to the left.
They don't know about Mike Young. They know he's there. But I'm just saying that
Huni could just ult the wave, and then he could back up, and then nothing's achieved.
But then you gain something.
You gain Gangplank ultimate, but we've already assessed that Gangplank ult doesn't matter.
Sure.
So then what?
But I really feel like, I mean, I just invade topside, get deep vision at the very least. There's no wards. That's a bummer.
Okay.
Just really feel like this invade, like, it's just trade of the map just kind of sucks for both sides. I feel like neither side profits from this, so I don't get why we would cross the river in this sense. Guess TSM's doing it to try and get a fight in the jungle or something. I
mean, now Huni is like, yeah, he's susceptible a little bit, and this happens. He ends up dying.
Double TP.
They call him double TP, and it's like, what is Fox doing? Like, even if Gangplank goes down there, who cares?
I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like the wave before this point, that could have happened too. Like, I think that could have happened with or without Malzahar. Like after you hand off the blue, you can make this play on the big wave that was earlier. Because Gangplank ult really is just it's potato, you know, it is nothing.
You could have made this play earlier, but I don't know if it works when Gangplank's at that HP with W, without Mal's. If he ults...
you would integrate Malz, right? Like he's there already.
Oh, okay.
Mal's already
Well, okay. I thought you said without. All right. So if you integrate Malzahar, and
he's already there, right? He picked up the blue. The only thing he has to do is walk to the blast cone, hit it, and he's there, right? Like it takes literally 3 seconds extra for him. Sure, he'll lose a mid wave, but.
So like, here's the thing, right? You lose all the minions, you can't pressure the turret. Zoe gets a wave in mid, so that's 150 gold, right? Malzahar shares XP, he doesn't get anything. You lose out on your blue, you lose all the vision on the right-hand side, and then Malzahar can't just walk back to lane, Zoe gets another wave. That's a kill in itself.
No, like Malzahar will reset TP.
Oh, if you want to use Bjergsen's teleport, but then is it really worth it? Like, let's say
he wants to reset anyway, right? He has Frost Queens, like he wants to go buy his Frost Queens.
He does want to reset. He does want to reset anyway. But so I don't think he's forced to do it via teleport. And then let's say this turret goes down and there's Spellbook, Alltech, Adrian, and bottom lane, right?
Yep.
What do you do at 9 minutes with the turret dead as Vladimir with the Cloud Drake up? Where are you going?
Suppose that's also a good point. Yep.
Like now Gangplank's just gonna sit here, and if he's not brain dead, you never get the lane back. You're not gonna, you're not gonna be disingenuous and be like, oh yeah, Vlad's gonna, path all the way up to here.
Yeah.
Against that.
What happened in Tailgun?
That's right. That happened.
Hey, no, that makes sense. I was just thinking about it, but yeah, he fucks up really badly on the trade and doesn't decide to use the Cannon Barrage again. I mean, he's gonna die here.
Yep. Double teleport's so stupid.
It's really unnecessary, but alright.
Yep. It doesn't matter if the turret goes down. Like, or it doesn't matter that he died. Like, this is way worse.
Like how when Gangplank dies there, it's like, you got me, you know? But in reality, it doesn't matter until his own team got him because they both decided to TP. I really don't like this double TP here. Makes no sense. Sheesh. Alright. So we just lost a big chunk on our bot tier 1 with Spellbook 80 carry, which is never a good thing.
Yep.
Fox does not like that, which means that like right now, I actually think there's opportunity for TSM to play around bot, play for the tier 1, given how low it is. So we see Mike Young invading. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. He's just pushing it all the way.
You're going to get the turret.
Adrian not having flash means people can play up a little.
Here comes Bjergsen.
Yep.
Yeah. And they get... Oh, they get a kill. Oh, teleport. Okay. This is mechanically a blunder.
How did that transpire? How did we get fucked up as TSM?
Mithy should just Braum ult, right? Wait. Mithy Braum ults, Bjergsen flash ults, and you don't use Cataclysm?
Well, you don't use Cataclysm, but like I don't think Bjergsen has a flash ult. You just walk in, ult, good, don't Cataclysm. Actually, like I think the high level play would be the Cataclysm.
Who are you ulting? Aren't we ulting Dardoch? He could flash out if you don't flash. Can he?
I don't think so. He got Braum knocked up.
Yeah, actually, you might be right there. Yeah.
I mean,
you can just walk up. Okay,
right there.
So he walks up, hugs this, ults him. Jarvan stays here, no Cataclysm, and then Dardoch dies. Teleport comes out of Huni to save him, or Alltech, whatever, and he just back up. You wait one more wave, you get the turret. It ends. And then Bjergsen teleports back to mid and gets a wave and a half over Zoe. Then he goes over, he steals the Wraiths, he backs up, Zoe gets back to mid, and then he recalls. These are just like macro errors.
I mean, Mike Young got hit by a bubble when he had flash up, which is...
Yeah, I mean they're not micro errors. And then it ends up, they get 2 kills in the end. And then somehow Huni dies to Haunser because it's very important to defend that top tier 1. When your team is so much more gold efficient than the opponents, and it's 12 minutes into the game, like let's hypothetically give TSM this and give TSM this. What do? They can't do anything, realistically.
Hmm. Not with a Cloud Drake, no. Like, you know, Herald.
If it was a Mountain or
Try to
Infernal,
break
yeah,
up
this is
mid.
really bad. Right. TSM can get the turrets, they can recall, they go to Herald as 5, they get the Herald, they go mid, they break open mid tier 1 against the Zoe, then they go back to their lanes, and they wait for summoners and cooldowns again, then they look to make a fight, fighting over vision, getting Vladimir a flank teleport. Or just even just a flank teleport with Ghost. Like, that should be the next 5 minutes for TSM. It's the only option they have.
Oh. Somehow we gave up mid pressure there. Oh, for the bot tier 1. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, they got bot tier 1. Now, Ezreal recalls. Ezreal goes down mid. Malzahar, get his blue. Mike Young clear Gromp and Wolves. Mike Young path mid with Ezreal in mid. Shove in mid, path left. Get Herald. Vladimir. So, like, this is the rotation. Ready? Him, boom, 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 boom. And then he goes mid. Ignore this. Now you have 4 mid. Shove in wave. Left. Huni shove in. Back up. Go through here. 5-man Herald. Get Herald. 4-man mid. Haunser. Go like this, right? Haunser recall. After Haunser recalls, Haunser goes bottom, picks up the wave, and then after this, you crash the turret mid, back up, Sven goes top lane, Malzahar stays mid, clears the wave, recalls, teleports. Lock.
Yep.
That's the macro play.
I like it. But that would require Ezreal to give up 1 minion wave of farm.
Tragic. You know? Tragic 1 minion waves.
I'm kidding. I think Sven's not the type of AD that actually does that. I think he's smart enough to play for the win condition. Alright. Alright, first step complete.
I mean, it's slowed, but yeah, like, you know, we're getting there.
Blood goes to shove the wave. Alright. Like, we're 1 wave behind, so we're gonna lose more.
Right. Yeah,
so we're 1 wave behind.
Just...
The 1 wave of farm bit us in the ass, man.
Oh my god. Let's just keep catching the waves, because we have the luxury of waiting against this team. God.
Alright. You really want Ezreal to be top side here, though. You really don't want him to be bot. Like,
no, you don't. You want Vlad to be bot
he's
already.
doing nothing bot lane. And right now, like, funnily enough, when we were talking about the draft, the Gangplank could still hold bot, but at this stage of the game, he cannot hold bot. He actually can't. Vladimir will get chip damage on tier 2. With the difference in power.
Yeah, Vlad's so far ahead. Yeah.
Exactly. So
and then it draws power. Yeah, it draws power away.
Yeah.
And then it ultimately you can shove him into turret and threaten Mike Young to come down. So now there's a vision investment into a side of the jungle they don't want to invest into, right? And then if Vladimir has priority with Ghost, right, shoves it in, runs here, Malzahar coming in here. If this turret's already gone, you get a flank. You get a Vlad flank.
Yep. And you can win the game.
And you can. That's how you would penetrate the turrets.
All right, another Leandries when everybody's stacking him. I like it.
What?
Another Leandries when people are stacking him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're gonna stack MR against you.
We don't need Hourglass.
We
don't want Hourglass on
You have 5 sources of magic damage, basically, in a way, right? Braum deals magic, and then Jarvan's full tank, so Cinderhulk.
Yeah.
5 sources.
Not the game to go Leandries, but alright. I guess the Protobell is the health item. Like, I don't feel like he needs to double up on health items, but alright. I feel like just a straight Void Staff there would have been fine, really.
Yeah.
Void Staff into Death Cap, just go for the late game, like, just go for the deeps.
Bjergsen left the fight, but did he need to?
I feel like he could have stayed. Maybe a random keg. The pressure from getting triple kegged is there, though.
No one has flat. Wait. Could Bjergsen have stayed? He could have. Wait.
He could have flashed the fucking. He could have flashed the Zac.
Yeah, he could have flashed the Zac and then locked Dardoch down.
Yeah,
okay.
He would have won.
Yeah.
This is a game.
Yeah, he could have flashed Zac for sure. That would have been really big. Dardoch would have died
That
for
happens.
sure.
That'll happen again. I'll watch that.
Like
The GP ulti getting the passive off caught him off guard, I think.
yeah, the GP getting the ult off. Like if Dardoch just gets locked down there, does he even have passive? He doesn't even have passive right now. Oh no, he does.
Yeah.
He does have
I
passive.
mean, even if he does.
They can save him with Mithy, but that's gonna convert into Baron. I'm pretty sure that converts Baron. Because Bjergsen's still super high HP. You have Leandri's on Vladimir.
Yep. Pays off.
So that was a mechanical error by Bjergsen. And then he's being forced to. It looks like he's being forced to go Leandri's next or Rylai's next item. So he's not gonna have any penetration. And then thanks to Vladimir and all the other sources of magic, Bjergsen's just doing no damage. He's just raw utility right now. This is like the worst feeling in the world. It's like when people used to pick Malzahar Rumble and then you just cry yourself to sleep. You're like, how do any of us do damage?
I mean, Rumble doesn't care. He just void stuff anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, Rumble. I mean, but still, it feels bad if they're just stacking MR.
It does. Well, finally, I'm with Vladimir in the bot line, and he is pressuring the gangplank.
Yeah.
He is fishing for the flank.
Yeah, but like Mike Young's over here. They're carrying up top.
He's shelling in
Like
wolves
they
and
should just be 4 in mid. Mike Young shoves in, and then if you are 4 in mid, you can just bring 4 down, make them walk like this, right? Come from behind. Huni has to back up. You get the turret on a cannon.
Yeah.
Or you get the gangplank ultimate. Either way, it's a win, and then you just rinse, wash, repeat, and you play against the cooldowns.
Yep. That's why GP is actually pretty nasty, I'd say. I like how Huni started building a ruby crystal and decided he wants 3 longswords instead.
Yeah. You know what might not even be that like terrible here if he wants to go into crit, Edge of Night.
Edge of Night?
Might not be atrocious.
I mean,
I don't think it's necessary. I think it's better
item?
to just I think it's just better to actually go defensive. What is he at right now for CDR? 20, right? Is it
he's
20?
30.
30? Okay.
He's
so
30.
30, so you can just get Spirit Visage against this team. Or Adaptive Helm.
I think you can make a case for both. Adaptive probably a little better.
Yeah.
But you know, people will say, but he heals with oranges.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
TSM getting the exact rake that they need.
Yep.
Literally. Rotating Sven up to top lane. And now everyone recalls and they're sending Vlad bot again. So now all they have to do is send 4 people mid. Like now you have so many options. You can go 4 mid, right? Vlad into bottom, right? Rotate down, bounce, gangplank ult, rotate back up to mid, bring them up to mid, crash a wave, back up through their jungle, clear out all the vision with sweepers, establish vision control. Right?
Yep.
And then all you have to do
Seems like the standard play.
Right, you set up flank teleport wards. Right?
Well, then
And
you can
swap-
have
swap
then
onto
you could
the
even have
TP.
Vlad push in bot. Or you can have Miles
Right.
push in mid. Have our Ezreal push in top, and then you just rotate your Miles hard towards the Ezreal, or the other way around, whichever you prefer. And then have Vlad catch mid wave.
And the other thing here, right, is like, even in what should be like 60-40 scenarios, or like 70-30, it's not even really that, because TSM just pound for pound are so much better than opponents, usually. So they're going to be able to wiggle their way out of mechanical fights, even if they're not the best. You know? Like, they're not losing these games because mechanically they're bad players. They have like some of the best players in NA. Now they turn around, and what are we? Okay, we're going for Baron. This is the opposite of, you know, what should have been good. I don't know what. Okay, Fox is teleporting in. They're behind on tempo, behind on priority. There's no universe Dardoch ever gets in. Like, why are we using the TP here? Like, just have Gangplank shove. Like, attack Baron without attacking Baron. You know what I mean? Concede it. Push and wave. Eat your jungle. That's your only choice at this point.
Yeah, just give it up. I actually want to know how the cannon barrage got used there. Before the Baron, paying much attention to that. Alright. Didn't pull the Zaki, but he didn't get punished, that's fine.
Alright, 0-4-1.
Take mid tier 1.
Yep.
Sure. I like it.
Take mid tier 1.
I would like to see Ezreal ulti. I would like to see Ezreal ult clearing top though.
Why is this done so quick?
Blows load, man. Couldn't hold it in.
You get flash, but it's not necessary. Like, your team comp is so reliant on the wombos. Just like, you know, they could have gotten so much turret damage done. They had a Mountain Drake. Like, just Jarvan coming down, Huni's running, right? Haunter starts autoing the turret from right here. You know, Mike Young moves like this. Auto. Like, turret goes to this. TSM moves down, right? They get the turret. That's completely fine. And then you could, if, you know, you don't want to push on or persist, which you still could from this point, right? Because Mike Young wouldn't be missing all of his HP. You can then just continue to, you can run Vladimir up into mid lane, right? And then you do a 0-1-4. Alternatively, you recall right now, and you have Vladimir go mid, and you have 4 people in top. Just to get the top tier 2, and accelerate even further. You're rolling another Mountain Drake. You're rolling the best dragon in the game that you can get again. Like, everything's just going their way. See, Huni got Yumu's, but I think, like, if you're going to go for lethality, I think Edge of Night is just better, because then you get Spirit Passage and you cap at CDR.
That's if you're going Spirit Passage, yes. We're in a night, remember?
Apparently, you and I missed a Troll Bjergsen flash.
I mean, he just flashed on like the Zac. I guarantee that he wasn't going to do anything, even though his E was on cooldown. I think he just wanted to kill him. He went for a flash EQ and he missed the Q, so he just smited and lived. Missed the Q, that's all. Say it's troll, but in reality, if he hits the Q, he gets Zac passive and a kill there, which is a big deal actually.
Yeah, yeah. That's actually a pretty big deal.
But you know, like he missed it, so it looks like
he
a
has
retard play.
Spellbook, right? He has Spellbook, so reduce summoners.
And CDR boots.
And CDR boots. If he kills Zac and gets passive there, he can just actually go up to top lane, eat one wave, recall, and then his team can do what they do, and now Zac's missing passive. Thanks for chat, again.
I mean, it's like, it just looked bad because he missed.
Yeah.
The idea behind it exists.
Right, the intent is there. The execution was failed, that's not the problem.
If Zac doesn't have passive and you have Baron, like he can't even commit to jumping in anymore because as long as you cancel the jump, he's not a champion.
What the hell is this?
Same thing. Just gangplank ult catching Bjergsen off guard. Doesn't have his passive.
Look at where Vlad is, right?
Yep.
You
have Vlad like literally 3 more seconds before dying and it's over.
You know, I heard that Vladimir's ultimate amplifies all damage dealt by even your teammates. Did you know
it does.
Does it?
Yeah, okay. It's 12%, right? It's 12%. Pretty sure.
The way that you one up them though is by casting it when your teammates aren't around. Think about it.
I mean, like the problem I have with that is not even that he like went for the flank there. The problem I have is that Malzahar, like, you know, they got caught. Like right here, pause. Like imagine if
Vlad was already here.
You waited 1 more second.
Yep.
Literally 1 or 2 more seconds and Vlad got behind them before we all die.
Or just wait the next wave. Like if it has to be that way, you know? You have double cannon, they're gonna respond to that. Just wait, look at it, it's right here.
Yeah, just look at this. Oh my, Jesus! Imagine if Vlad got there in time.
If Vlad was just there, the game ends. Like if they were just patient.
He also mechanically misplayed. I think he could have hit Tristana with 2 E's and actually killed her. He could have finished her off on his own.
Yeah. There's definitely micro errors here, for sure.
I think he could have finished the Tristana off as Vlad there, but you know, whatever. Like the problem is not. The problem is that they're impatient and Zac gets the initiation he was looking for instead of establishing vision over the wall so that Zac cannot do anything. Or you can fly Mithy and Mike Young for not interrupting the jump. Up to you. That was a communication. That's the thing. I'm pretty sure Malzahar cancels the jump. No, like the crowd control doesn't finish. It doesn't register.
Yeah.
All right.
You can do that.
And that's his mistake as well.
I mean, well, like, yeah. Haunter, what's he doing here? He's in mid. teammates pushing in
Pushes
bot.
in. Yep. Pushed one too
But
many.
look at the speed. Look at the speed at what they're doing. Ready? You're gonna shove this. This wave's gonna go up here. This wave is gonna die, and then this wave's gonna go in here. What in the fuck are you doing? What is this timing?
Ugh.
This is like the end of a romance movie when like both people go separate ways and then they come back at different times and then it's never meant to be. You know? Oh my.
There's that, and he could have just pulled the sleepy bubble, you know? You just press W and it comes flying at you. You just pull under it, because right here he gets caught by a sleepy bubble. Watch. Boom.
But why is Hanser even like, why does he need to push it right here? Why can't he wait to here?
Why? I mean, like, my argument would be, I'm Vladimir, I shouldn't be dying to a bubble.
Okay, but then...
But he died to a bubble.
The counter argument, is there anything gained by simply being here versus here? Is there
Very
literally...
little to none. Yeah, it's almost none.
There's none, but there is an advantage to be gained by being further back, so it should be done.
Sure.
Like, you're right, he shouldn't die no matter what, but there's no reason for him to be as far up as he was. Like, play within the close vicinity of your own vision, wait, be patient. What does your opponent need? Like, we keep saying that in all these VOD reviews.
Yep. I also press Ghost very late. Yeah, so like, everybody's like talking about, oh, he went Mon, Starax, what a retard. It's like mixed, you know, like it shares build path, but he really just needs health.
I want to point out
and he decides.
Yeah, go, sorry.
Like, he wants health, right? So he wants health and damage because he's Huni and he wants to deal damage, and I think that's fine. So his other option is Titanic Hydra, but if you compare, Titanic's more expensive and it deals less damage for Gangplank, given the 50% base AD increase, right? So I actually don't think it's as bad, like, as people are making it out. It really isn't. It really isn't. Does it feel good? No, but it's not terrible. It's not the worst. Just pointing that out. Like, there's really worse items you can build than Strax here. Like, there's, you know, there's Duskblade.
Do you think, by the way, like, knowing how everyone was going to itemize before the game even started, Jarvan could have gotten away with being off tank? Like, penetration.
Let me have a look.
Like, I don't think he needs to be full on tank.
I mean,
a stone plate would be enough.
I think a Cinderhull Cleaver build is fine. I like
Cleaver.
Just going.
Sure.
I think Cinderhull Cleaver is fine. I wouldn't go like Cinderhull Cleaver, and if you really feel like you need the Duskblade, you can go for it. But honestly, with the game was like how it was transpiring, like, is what's important. Before the game starts, I agree with you. You need some fat fucking damage coming from Jarvan. Like, he really needs to do all the work, because Vlad isn't going to do it. Neither is Malzahar. However, with how the game ended up going, Vladimir was going to be dealing the damage because he got so far ahead for a plethora of reasons. But yeah, I just go Cinderhull into the Cleaver, be like, okay, I'll still deal some form of damage
starting
in the mid game to help close out.
Like, what is this for a Baron start? Like, what obligation do we have to start it before we fix mid lane?
Yeah, I think you should eat mid deep. Maybe they're scared of Zoe.
Yeah, you need to eat mid, escort it in, and then go into the Baron.
Yep.
And Hanser needs to make sure that he has a flank. Really good by Adrian, knocking him away.
Yep, Adrian does carry this fight.
I mean, if people in Twitch chat are like, people watching this don't understand, like, why aren't we talking more about EchoFox? It's because it's not their game. Yep. Like, they don't actually have a say in what's happening. They're entirely reactive. So, like, when people ask, like, what is EchoFox supposed to do here? What they're doing. They have to mechanically outfight TSM and outmove them. That's how they claw back into the game. They have to stabilize and then get Zoe to a point where the lanes are fixed, and then they move out as a siege ball. And they don't get flanked. That's how EchoFox comes back. There's very little else to say unless you're, like, coaching EchoFox at that point, and you're literally just going over every single movement. Like, you're getting really deep into the minutia of, like, what they could be doing better.
Yep.
Really good by Adrian. That was like super good.
Yeah,
Keeping
yeah. If
Halsey
you didn't
out.
do that, it would have been game boom.
Yep.
Then again, I think Hunter could have flashed over the headbutt. If he did that, still would have been over.
Yep. Mechanical stuff again. Who need
Oh,
TP?
has to TP out.
Yep.
Yeah, has to.
Elder Drake coming up in a minute. $4-1-0. Like, they're not utilizing the wave in mid. They don't need to get this on
It's really
this.
painful to watch.
Right. Because if you just wait on this wave, right? Yes, Elder's going to be coming up. This wave is going to crash in. Vladimir's right here. You can all unite right here. Even if you don't get this on, you're going to get chip damage, right? 2 waves are in their base, and then you can just back up, get Elder, and then unite bottom and push.
Yep.
Don't need to go for the end here. Are they really? I mean, they're in a good spot.
I mean, like, the problem is Vladimir is just pacing back and forth, like
Yeah, he's
not
not
even
doing
in the
anything. He
base.
could've been mid.
There's no pressure whatsoever. There's literally zero. There's literally zero pressure coming from Vladimir. Like nobody cares that he's
Where the hell
there.
is
He
he?
could literally be a ward. Well, people like the Bjergsen 4 wards meme. That's the ward right there. Oh. They're just too far ahead. Like even in a good fight, Fox can't win.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not seeing a single but game plan keg connecting anywhere either. Like like he's hitting irrelevant targets too.
And then as soon as that ends, right, they don't have another wave. You're not going to actually push on. It's just too risky. They just back off and watch what they do. Look at this. Here we go. Here we go, boys. Let's do the Elder and then recall so that we waste not half its duration. Why?
Like a good 30 seconds.
Yeah, right. Recall first, right? Send like Vlad to bottom lane if he doesn't need anything. Have Vladimir fix bottom lane. Like assess. Do you need to completely AoE it or do you just farm it with Q? Recall, get elixirs, right? Someone comes down mid, Ezreal gets red, path to Elder. They have 2 open inhibitors. They can't just dick around with you at this stage, right? You control this choke with Malzahar, right? Vladimir threatens a flank from this angle. You control all the vision around here. Super minions coming down mid. Maybe they can respond to that because they have this position. They can't respond to top. Huni doesn't have teleport. So eventually, the top super minions are coming cracking down their door. You attack the Elder. You pull it out to this point. Now they have to advance into the river. Even more of an angle for Vladimir. You get the Elder Drake. You have double mountain. There's super minions pouring down mid and top. That's the play.
And it's game ogre. They don't contest it, it's also game over.
They don't contest it, it's game over. Right. There's no reason to do it right now. They can't just run there and get it. You're wasting its duration. You're wasting time. But hey, what do I know? I can only coach diamond players, you know?
Alright. Alright. Let's have a look. So first off, because, we decided, like... Can you go back and just appreciate Vladimir right there for a second? Just appreciate him. Just appreciate him.
No, let's appreciate it. Good.
Just going for a stroll, going for a loop. Oh, I don't want to go play mid faster. We don't, it's fine. All right. All right.
By the way, love. I really like Sven's build. To be completely honest, by the way, this game. Have to point that out.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. Makes sense.
Okay, so Vladimir's coming in. Now here's the thing. Do we need to go on this wave? Can't we just Vlad comes to here, Gangplank out comes out, we back up?
Yeah, Vlad backs off.
Vlad backs
showing
off.
the next wave.
Right, and now they have
you
to fix
Cataclysm
mid.
Zoe and the fight's over.
Right.
Like Cataclysm connects on Zoe in the next fight because she's no flash and it's over. Zoe's not a champion if she's stuck in a Cataclysm, staring down, driving, literally staring at her.
It's just not worth. I understand that they're super fed and they feel good. It's just not worth. You win the game by waiting because there's an added pressure that they cannot handle. Look at this. If Huni was over here having to fix this, I mean, they can fix it pretty quick, right? If Vladimir's just waiting, even if they fix all this and no turret damage is received, right? Like all tech backs up, they fix it. There's no wave here, etc. There's no Gangplank ult this time. So now when Vladimir goes in, he can go in first, and then you can follow up with Cataclysm. And then it's just game over. Because Bjergsen's also going to have a shield at that point. There's nothing to break it.
Yeah.
Huni hasn't hit a keg all game, almost as if he's like been drinking them. Well, actually, no. You know, like, God.
Literally, like he's not connected any kegs all game. Oh, god damn it. Like right there again, just wait a little long, wait on the next wave. Vladimir gets the flying games, boom. Zoe can't get out of the Cataclysm.
Just have to wait.
Ezreal can do something more than just spam Q, you know, he can actually utilize basic attacks.
Baron coming up in a minute. This is beginning to feel like SKT versus Jin.
I think you need another 40 minutes before it feels like that.
Don't remind me, dude. I did the VOD review.
Oh,
Get
God.
me out. Get me out.
I like how we just ignore bot lane, like the bot lane wipe all game.
This is actually just so tragic. Like Fox just why do they like they don't need to pull the trigger?
What is Mike Young waiting for? Like Christmas? That happened 2 months ago. No, 1 month ago. I'm an idiot.
1 month ago.
Anyway,
Quick math, it's alright.
yeah. Quick maths. Anyway, thought it was February for some reason. Anyway, like look at like if you ever go before this point, like they already committed to the river right there. Like he starts
Where's
moving way
Hanser?
too late. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's Hans's just
Hold
chilling,
on, hold
waiting,
on.
waiting.
He's
for
like
Christmas.
Meteos in a brush at Worlds.
Yeah, literally, he's just chilling.
What is he
He's
doing?
chilling like a. Look at him. Like they actually commit to the river, and he still doesn't decide to move. This is fine, you know. He's chilling, you know. He's like, oh, and then right there,
Alright, yeah, he's still standing still. He's still standing still.
like,
Holy shit. It's like watching a Windows 98 computer load. I feel like this is America Online. Like,
God, fucking. Oh.
that was good.
Like, the fact that we conceded mid prio was TSM there too. It just, we conceded the wave. Like, yeah, guys, let's go. You guys are doing good. I like Rick Fox.
You know, Hunter did do a good job at some points in the game. Other stuff like tapping,
Sure.
yeah, like
Sure, like he played a decent game of League of Legends. Just like a lot of times, it wasn't his fault that like team went too early and he had to try and like clean up the fight, like when it was just not doable. But you know, there I think he missed an opportunity to just close it out completely.
what are we doing here?
Testing the Baron Nashor.
Mike Young needs to. No, actually, it's just over. There's no hope.
She needs to be up front.
Yeah, he needed to be further up front. Like if he's gonna go for a steal, it should be from this angle, not this angle.
Exactly. Like you should play in the river, play for the fight, like use Brom. Like Zoe's not going to be a champion
Yeah.
up front against Brom. Like.
Although, like maybe the argument is, oh, Adrian's just gonna headbutt me away. Well, if he's gonna headbutt you away, you take the fight as he headbutts you away.
Well, the thing is that he had no unbreakable will. I mean, it was
Oh, he didn't even
coming
have
off.
that? Oh,
It
wow,
was
he didn't
coming
even
off
have
cooldown.
that.
It was
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
off
yeah.
cooldown.
Okay, so even if he knocks you away and they get the Baron, Adrian goes down, you win the fight.
Down and you could chase.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you win
you
the
can
fight.
chase. With Ezreal, you can 100% get something back.
Bjergsen goes bot, yeah. Rick Fox?
I like him.
Yeah.
All right. Vladimir has officially hit his 6th item. I mean, this is just desperation.
This almost looks like a certain team versus H2K for. What does this area look familiar?
Difference being Vladimir didn't kill everybody.
There you go. H2K versus Fnatic. Here we go.
He got pretty close though. He got pretty close. I mean, I feel like if he like actually committed and flashed over the Raptor wall, like maybe that could have been good, but one kill's plenty, I guess. Alright, we're gonna run top now, or well, we're looking around. They have Baron, so it's a little annoying.
Top's good, bot's good. Everything's like fine here, you know. Just get the inhibitor. They can just back if they honestly like if you're like standing behind them and telling them what to do, at that point you just tell them back up, wait for Elder. Like that's the play.
Yeah.
Back up, wait for Elder. All right, they got the inhibitor.
Went for the juke.
Oh, finally stopped it. Oh, Cataclysm before the Vladal, I think.
Oh
man. Yeah.
Man, it's a bit too late to reactively stop Zaki now, guys. It's not good enough anymore. He has QSS now.
But why is Mike Young going in? Like,
no idea.
If he just EQs out, what happens? You know what he could do?
I would really like if the Cataclysm right there.
Cataclysm and then EQ out. I love you.
I would like that
I just
the
said
most.
that. God
just
bless
get the
you.
disengage, you know, like create the terrain so that the Alistar can't go in.
Yep. And he has flash to boot, so.
Yep. Cataclysm, get out.
Yep.
Create the terrain. Alistar has to walk around it. He can't flash into it because that would.
He has the CDR. It's gonna be up for the Elder Dance.
Yep.
You know, and then they're gonna lose bottom turret no matter what. If they chase, they lose bottom turret. You know.
Yep.
Someone's gonna have to respond to that, and you get yourself a free Elder.
Well, that's unfortunate. That inhibitor dropped, it was game over, by the way.
Yes. What was the HP? Oh my god, click it.
50.
Oh my, 90. It was 97, I think.
Something like that. Something.
Holy shit.
It should have been dead.
That should have been dead. Like, those are the worst moments to, you know, like, look at a game and be like, wow.
Sure, bro. If you're TSM and you're looking at that, and that's what makes you go,
Okay,
wow.
And now, we managed to lose Elder. Well, it's such a nightmare situation, honestly. Okay, what? What? What?
That happened. I mean, I don't know why Vladimir just isn't riding the wave in. He's the face check Zach.
Bjergsen, I think he should... Does he stand here in silence like that? I think that's probably the best play.
Sure.
I think that's best. Or did he already cast silence?
I think the mistake definitely is Hunter face
yeah,
check.
the mistake is... Oh, we already silent. Oh, that's a useless silence. Wow.
Jarvan should flag that every time.
They even had wards though. Wait a minute, hold on.
They didn't see him walk in. Did they?
Are you trolling?
Holy moly! Renting.
No. No. They saw him.
That's the get me out of.
That's the get me out.
Get me out.
What's he looking at?
Pain.
Hold on. All right, this moment, and then where's the other moment? Hold on. Where is it when he's in mid? Is it here? No, it's not here. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for the AFK
in the bush.
Oh, here it is. What's he looking at? Look at his eyes. What's he looking at right now? He's looking at the clock. I think he's got somewhere to be. What's going on? He's like, what time is it?
Oh, he was actually chilling so hard.
He thinks like the
Maybe he
Gangplank ult is the
expected it.
bat
Maybe he
symbol.
expected them to go for the midway first,
Yeah.
and he didn't want to show up. I think I'm gonna entertain that. But he didn't want to show up because he expected him to clear mid.
All right. No, I mean he made some pretty big. I mean that's a really big blunder. Like that's inexcusable. Like you saw him walk into the brush. You know.
Yep.
Oh man. I like what Mike Young's trying to do. He's trying to get to the wave to proxy it. It's basically that's the only thing he can do, as long as he doesn't get caught. If Phoenix doesn't miss Sleepy Bubble, you know, like, holy, and then he hits it here, so doesn't matter.
He didn't hit it.
Yeah.
Mike Young missed his EQ.
Hmm?
Mike Young missed his EQ.
Goodbye, Baron. He shouldn't have been caught. Like, just look back at that again. Like, he just didn't. No, he didn't just see Alistar. All right, he doesn't even know where Ali is actually. Wait, they pinged him. Did they know?
Pretty sure they're pinging the
I think as soon as you see Alistar, you need to EQ like that. Just get out.
Yeah, dip fast.
You need to dip fast.
But he got caught.
Yep.
Dodges it. Right here is gonna miss another EQ, by the way. Like over the wall, you saw the flag. Like he didn't connect it with the Q. It's a bummer.
They get Baron.
Brother Mike Young. I don't even think he needed to pull the wave down. Like legit, I don't think they could have ended.
No, they. Well, I mean, if no one's there, it's good. If someone is there, you can EQ out.
Sure.
You know, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
So like, there's only an upside to be gained.
Mm.
It's
If you play it out properly.
Yeah, if you play it properly, there's only an upside.
Yeah.
Therefore, it should be done.
Sure.
I love the Zoe dodgeball. Have you gotten to experience it much in Europe?
Oh, I mean, I usually ban the champion when I play solo queue, so.
I like that.
All right. Not sure that's the best approach to team fight for us, being TSM. Well,
I mean, they hold on. You know, someone's got to fix bot wave. Not the complete end of the world. The fact that EchoFox got to this stage, though, is just, like, really sad.
It is. I really dislike how little attention we're paying to the flanks of Zach here. No, it's just gonna be... Alright.
Yeah. There's slow on the trigger with his R. But even if he R's there, it's like, you know, it's not a great R. Like, you hold him down, but... maybe it is the correct play. Flashback R. This is thin. Flashback R. Oh, no. I mean, it depends. If he sees the Zac flashes before the Unstoppable, that's the best play. Like, Bjerg right here, ulting. You know? Unless, can you channel? I don't know Zac's interact. Can you channel?
I have
Can you buffer?
no idea.
You know what I mean?
I think you might. It looked like he buffered it for sure.
Did Meteos stone plate before jumping? If he did that, that counters Vlad's play. If he stone plates before jumping, the game
Start
ends.
off, by the way.
Oh my god. Huni. Vladimir goes down. This is really close. You know what it looks like? It looks like Bjergsen looks like Faker, right? When Faker feels pressured. It's very reminiscent. The way that he like positions and moves and stuff. This is just unfortunate.
Yep.
Like, you just saw Zach go to the left. What is he doing? You know?
Hard times.
I just think I think what he's thinking is this just looks like a sweet Q, and he's tunneling on it. You know?
Probably.
That's a beautiful Q if he can get it. That would, like, really slow down the game. That would let Sven really look for, like, lethal. What? Wait, what? What the hell was that Cataclysm timing? What?
I feel like if you just those Cataclysm into EQ and plays the wave, like, it's fine. Like, he Cataclysm forward, EQ's out, and just
No, they'd lose the game.
plays the wave.
They would still lose the game, though. Because
But it's the
Sven...
best play you can make.
Yeah, I think so. I actually... Like, Sven needs to kite up, not down. Because even if he Cataclysms and clears the waves and Sven kites down, they lose. Because Huni's gonna...
Oh, what I'm saying, like, he Cataclysm and then he EQs to the next minion wave and just goes for a fucking stroll, you know? Like, he's just going for the hero play, he's going on a mission.
Shit. Oh,
Like he smites the melee minion. Like the cannon, like the cannon, like
right here,
with random Q.
like
yeah, he
R
Cataclysm
EQ?
forward right here. The melee minion's dead. He smites the cannon.
Yeah.
And just fucking legs it for the next wave.
And then run. Ooh, okay, that's good. That's actually really good.
He just tries to, you
Yeah.
know, he just goes for the Hail Mary. He's like, come on, guys, we're going on it.
I think they can catch him though and kill him, and then they have Baron. You know.
The thing is that sure they can.
It's still the best play.
Like it took him a while to die. Like even when he got caught.
Like, is there an angle, like the thing I was talking about, right? Is there an angle where, like, if Sven didn't get hit by Sleepy Bubble, right? And Sven was like, here. Cataclysm, Sven comes up and then pokes. And then Jarvan backs off like this. But that would require them to kill someone. Because no one else is coming up anymore. Like, you're never getting to Haunster. Bjergsen's never coming online again.
Yep.
Game ends there. So that was it.
It's real fun.
So, huge macro errors. Lots of micro errors. Like, tons. Like, Bjergsen, he made the one at the end there, right? He shouldn't have died. Realistically, if he doesn't die there, they probably can't end. They can't end if he doesn't die there, right? Bjergsen makes a huge blunder at the end. Haunster made, like, a lot of blunders. And then as a unit, they made an enormous amount of mistakes. And then Mike Young made a ton of errors as well. Like, they were all making such really big micro errors in a way, like as if they're not on the same page. So that's also sort of like a good thing, right? Like, when they get more on the same page, that's good for them. But the fact that they don't know how to move around the map is like, problematic.
I mean, I think they have the idea right. It's just the timing really, like, gets botched. Like,
Yes.
almost every play they make.
The timing, right.
Yeah, like the idea is there. They're where they have to be. They're just there either 5 seconds too late or too early.
Mm-hmm.
So once that gets fixed, they're probably going to be a pretty dominant team.
Yep.
Given the games, like this game at least. I didn't watch any of the others.
I think TSM should be able to get first. Realistically.
Yeah.
Like, Mithy is one of the smartest players in the West. Sven is, I think, the smartest AD, like, just from having listened, right? Like, to random tidbits here and there over the years. I think he's, like, the smartest ADC. I think Bjergsen is just an absolute leviathan. I think Mike Young is better than people give them credit for, or people are giving him credit for. And
sure,
I think Haunster, like, as much as, like, I say stuff about Haunster, he's not a liability in NA at all.
No, for sure. He's definitely up there. Like,
yes.
He's definitely up there. Don't get me wrong. It's just like Mike Young's the one that like.
Mike Young's doing the worst right now. Yes.
Yeah, he's got a lot more to give, I think.
So this is pretty much it. All right, so that's it for that one.